Coming up on this edition of Bearkat Student Media News, the legal saga involving abortion continues with the recent court ruling. We get student reaction to the situation.
Also, fallen Bearkats received their flowers last week. Family and friends came together to honor those who are gone but never forgotten.
Live from the Dan Rather Communications Building on the campus of Sam Houston State University, this is Channel 7 News.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jessica Maldonado.
And I'm Hunter King. Welcome to Bearkat Student Media News. Earlier this month, a federal judge in Texas overturned FDA approval of the abortion pill.
The ruling has drawn strong reaction from people on both sides of the abortion issue.
Bearkat Student Media's Jeremiah Powell talked to students to get their take on the ruling.
On April 7th, federal judge Matthew Kaczmarek ruled to suspend the FDA-approved mifepristone, better known as the abortion pill. The Department of Justice appealed the ruling, and the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals rolled back a good part of the judge's decision. Since then, the Supreme Court temporarily blocked the ruling altogether. But that isn't stopping SHSU students from speaking out on the matter.
Well, for one, I think that for abortion, I'm pro-choice. So I think everybody should have the choice whether they want to do with their baby. Like, if the woman wants to abort it, she can abort it. If the woman wants to keep it, she can keep it. So.
Students also took a stance on whether the government should be able to make rulings like this one.
Very hypocritical with other policies that our government has enacted, and just because they believe in it, they think it's right for everybody. And it's like, well, you are a leader, and yes, I understand you're supposed to lead, but your opinion does not cover everyone else's opinion.
While many students agree that abortion should be up to the person to decide, some students have a different opinion on the highly charged topic.
I am against abortion for most cases. The times to where I think that we can have the doctor and the patient, being the female, can have honest conversations about abortion if it's a case of sexual assault, and or if it's the case of sometimes the doctor will give news to the family who's trying to have a kid of there's a likely chance that you won't survive through the pregnancy. Those are very low instances, but those do definitely happen.
For now, the drug remains available. The U.S. Supreme Court will take up the case sometime in the near future. The court leans conservative, so pro-choice advocates remain very cautious. On the campus of Sam Houston State, Jeremiah Powell, Bearkat Student Media.
Members of the Sam Houston State University community came together for an annual celebration of life.
Bearkat Student Media's Taishere Wooten attended this year's Raven Call and has more.
On April 9th, as the clock struck 12, members of the Sam Houston State University community gathered at the Bachelor Bell Tower on campus for the university's 11th annual Ravens Call.
Ravens Call is a ceremony to honor the lives of Bearkats that have passed away in the past year.
The bell rang 3 times. As the name of students, faculty, staff, retired faculty and staff, and alumni, gone but not forgotten, were read aloud.
Nigel Hayward.
Members of the SHSU Orange Keys placed a flower in the Ravens Call Memorial in their honor during the reading of their names.
Inaki Eberici.
This is my favorite event. Like, the Orange Keys get to work a lot of events around campus for the office of the president, and I believe this is the most impactful and the most meaningful one.
Some Bearkats took the time to offer their condolences to the family and friends who've lost loved ones.
Sydney Morris.
While others offered words of encouragement.
We will always cherish the memories we shared with them and the impact that they have in each of us and in the lives of the many Bearkats to come.
Emil L. Barker.
The university's tradition helps to bring the Bearkat community and the families of fallen Bearkats together in a time of need. The Raven Call also serves as a reminder being a Bearkat goes beyond time spent on campus.
Retired faculty staff.
Current Bearkats should come to this event to honor the lives of the Bearkats that came before them and remember the legacy that they left on the campus and in our hearts and in the world as a whole.
Ann G. Calhoun.
From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Tysher Wooten, Bearkat Student Media.
Last week, the university received some special recognition. The City of Houston recognized SHSU by proclaiming April 11th as Sam Houston Day. The ceremony included a proclamation given to University President Dr. Elisa White.
Many alumni attended the event, showing off their Bearkat pride. In fact, many live in and/or work for the city. A little history: the city's namesake, Sam Houston, was a first elected president of Texas in 1836. He would later settle in Huntsville, where he died in 1863 at the age of 70. The speakers for the spring's commencement ceremony have been announced. They include Jody Sikoski, Ann H. Lay, and Colonel Travis Mills. Sikoski is a 2000 graduate of SHSU and the mayor of Conroe. On May 11th, she'll address students from the College of Health Sciences and College of Arts and Media. Lay is a published researcher and speaker. She serves as a behavioral specialist and a student support specialist at Tomball ISD.
On May 12th, she'll address students from the College of Business Administration, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and College of Education. Colonel Mills is also a graduate of SHSU. He commands the 502nd Force Support Group in the Department of the Defense. On May 13th, Colonel Mills will address students from the College of Criminal Justice and the College of Science and Engineering Technology. Last weekend, the Student Government Association presented Bearkats All Paws In, a community service day giving back to the city of Huntsville.
Bearkat Student Media's Talia Harrell has the story.
Student volunteers from organizations at SHSU joined the Student Government Association for the Community Service Day event, Bearkat All Paws In.
So what we really targeted is, it's a university-wide service day. So we have maybe 10 different orgs around the campus that's volunteering to help out the community. So we're all going to go to different locations and we're going to help them out for the day in any way they might need.
Sam Houston State University's motto is, "The measure of life is its service," and so volunteering is a staple of the university's culture.
I'm a part of NABA, National Association for Black Accountants, and we do community service all the time, and this is one of the community service events that we decided to come to.
On this day, more than half of the volunteers were students, and the rest were community members. Volunteers received pink shirts, vests, tote bags, and breakfast before relocating.
Bearkat All Paws In is actually an annual event, so it happens every year. But since COVID, Student Government Association have really been struggling to get people, or a good amount of people, to be involved. Like last year, I think maybe we had 50 people involved, and this year we have 150 people involved.
University Affairs Director Jacelyn Daniels says the SGA will continue giving to the community.
This is an annual thing. We call it Baptmas because it happens once a year. Every year it's supposed to happen.
Volunteers huddled in the LSC courtyard to hear what sites they were assigned to. The volunteers carpooled to several different churches, organizations, community centers, the Boys and Girls Club, and the fire department. From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Talia Harrell, Bearkat Student Media.
Coming up, the ribbon is cut and the stone is etched.
A new space has officially been renamed to honor an important SHSU figure.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education. Third-generation Bearkat Tacey Webb roped her way to a national championship through her hard work and fearless dedication. Trading her saddle for nursing scrubs, Tacey set her sights in another arena, a place where she can champion the needs of others. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Tacey reach their championship potential. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
You're watching Bearkat Student Media News, a production of the Mass Communications Department at Sam Houston State University, only right here on Channel 7.
Sam Houston State added a new name to a common meeting place for students. Some call it the Quad, others call it the Square. Earlier this month, Sam Houston State officially named it the Frank Parker Plaza.
The dedication ceremony took place in the Peabody Building. Mr. Parker, along with friends, family, and Sam Houston staff, attended the ceremony.
There on the plaza now every single day, his face looking upon the students, right? That will be here after him, after me, after students of next year and the year following, right? That is there forever, and it's a beautiful thing.
You know, the people I've met, the people that I've helped have had as much influence on me as I had on them, and that's what life's all about.
Mr. Parker cut the ribbon, setting into motion the official renaming of Frank Parker Plaza.
Attendees enjoyed refreshments and pastries to celebrate the renaming of the plaza. Happy birthday to the student organization that celebrates 52 years of service and ministry to the campus of Sam Houston State. Soul Lifters was founded more than 5 decades ago in 1972.
Just last week, the organization celebrated the occasion with many events, which included the gospel choir bringing praise and worship to the Frank Parker Plaza, as a way to spread awareness about the organization and its upcoming events.
So, like, gospel choir is more than just an org. It's more than just something to do or something to be a part of. You know, it's all for God.
Soul Lifters is the oldest collegiate gospel choir in Texas. For 50 years now, the legacy carries on as the choir continues to uplift souls.
As you walked through the LSC atrium last Tuesday, you may have heard Silly Band perform Some Common Hits. Yes, that's their name. The student indie rock band entertains students as they pass through the building.
The band is made up of 4 SHSU students, Rye, Will, Zach, and John. Silly Band offered students free candy that they grabbed as they walked across the atrium.
Yeah, the LSC band, they was playing like really common TikTok sounds that you'll hear on the internet. And I feel like, I enjoyed them. I knew some of the songs, but not all the songs.
Silly Band performed for about an hour while entertaining students singing catchy and trendy songs.
The band also displayed signage with information about themselves for students to stay engaged.
Have you ever attended a cultural event on campus? Do you know who's in charge of those events?
Bearkat Student Media's Benet Mvovi tells us.
SHSU's Diversity Council is responsible for hosting events on campus for students and staff, bringing light to the different cultures on campus. The council's office is located on the 3rd floor of the LSC, room 315.
So basically what we do here in Diversity Council, we put on a bunch of different passive programs for the students and faculty here to basically educate them on the different cultural groups here on campus, and basically educating them on the significance, the importance, and the impactful figures.
Every month, the Diversity Council hosts an event on the yard about a different Heritage Month. They educate people about when and where their heritage started, who started it, and the contributions that minority has brought to the community.
The Center for Diversity and Intercultural Affairs was started in 2017. We're a branch of student activities, which is downstairs in the LSC, but since 2017 we became our own office and moved up to the 3rd floor.
The Diversity Council is also big on LGBTQ representation here at SAM.
One of the biggest events at SAM is the drag show. This year was the 2nd time we'd ever put on the drag show. Last year was the very first time. I had the honor of hosting and putting the whole thing together, and I had a lot of fun. I loved seeing so many people come out and show support for the LGBT community here at SAM, so it was really cool to see people show up and help. So yeah.
From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Benet Mvovi, Bearkat Student Media.
Still ahead, SHSU's military department showcases its cadets.
Stay tuned to see how the cadet strength is put to the test.
And the rain will continue the next couple days, but how does the weekend look? I'm forecaster Angie Rodriguez, and we'll have your full weather picture after the break.
Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home was established in September of 2003. Our partnership with the Small Business Development Center is just like our partnership with other vendors in our community.
We developed a marketing plan, a strategic analysis, as well as social media presence.
If you let them, they can take your dream, put it to paper. That's the way we got started, and 13 years later, we're very happy to be a part of this community.
I enjoy seeing kids, regardless of their age, see the light bulb go on and they have that aha moment. In 1997, I started Tomorrow's Promise, the Montessori School of Huntsville, with 3 students. The Small Business Development Center helped me with classes on how to open a business.
We also helped Kay market through social media, website analysis, and develop funding opportunities.
We have grown to 38 teachers and over 220 students.
Good afternoon, Huntsville and Sam Houston State University students. I'm Angie Rodriguez with your local forecast. Now, it's currently 81 degrees in Huntsville with partly cloudy skies throughout the day. The humidity is at 55%, winds at 13 miles an hour with that feels like temperature a little bit warmer at 83. Now, around the region, Centerville is at 79 degrees. College Station comes in at 81. Groveton is also at 81. Livingston checks in at 81 as well. We have a common theme here. Conroe is at 80, and finally Hardin checks in at 79. Now, statewide, El Paso is seeing a temperature of 84 degrees with sunny skies. In Lubbock, they're at 90, while in Dallas, they check in at 82 degrees with a high chance of rain. San Antonio also rainy at 82 degrees, and in Brownsville, we continue this kind of pattern around Huntsville with rainy skies, and they check in at 83 degrees. Now, around the nation, it is 62 degrees in New York, 44 in Chicago, and 78 down in Miami. In Denver, it's a little colder as per usual, checking in at 54 degrees. And lastly, for LA at Coachella, they're checking in at a nice and sunny 69 degrees. For tomorrow, we're going to wake up to a temperature of 70 degrees in Huntsville. Sunrise will be at 6:50 a.m. with cloudy skies, winds from the southwest at 6 miles an hour, and the humidity will be at 91%. The 5-day forecast for Huntsville, we touched on the rain a little bit earlier, but for tomorrow, the high is 78 with a low of 69. On Friday, we are a high of 77 with a low of 55. That's 64% chance of rain. On Saturday, we finally get a small break from the rain. Sunny skies with a high of 78 and a low of 56. But Sunday, we come back, high of 69, low of 55, a 6% chance of rain. And Monday has a high of 74 with a low of 64 and a 41% chance of rain. Now that's it from the Bearkat Student Media Weather Center. I'm Angie Rodriguez. You have a great rest of your week.
Time now for this week's Ag Report.
Here's Bearkat Student Media's Justin Hardcastle with all your latest commodity prices.
Good afternoon, Huntsville. Let's take a look at that Bearkat Ag Report. Corn is up 0.22%, sitting at $6.78 a bushel. Cotton is down 0.57%, sitting at 84 cents a pound. Wheat is down 2.12% for our biggest loss of the week. Soybeans are up to 0.16% at $15.20 a pound. Live cattle are down 0.62 at $175 a pound. And finally, those feeder cattle are down 0.49% at $205 a pound. And that'll do it for this week's Bearkat Ag Price Report. We'll see you back here next week.
You don't hear much about this campus team, but if you have a minute to spare, we'll tell you about them. I'm Tasha Wooten, your Bearkat Student Media Sportscaster, and I'll have all your action on the lanes and the diamonds coming up after the break.
The proud son of hardworking immigrant parents, Eric Rodas chose to serve his country. A father, a soldier, and now a college graduate. He proved that circumstances have nothing to do with your outcome. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Eric determine their future. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education. Third-generation Bearkat, Tacey Webb, roped her way to a national championship through her hard work and fearless dedication. Trading her saddle for nursing scrubs, Tacey set her sights in another arena, a place where she can champion the needs of others. Since 1879, we've been helping students like Tacey reach their championship potential. Sam Houston State University, a great name in education.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tasha Wooten with your Bearkat Student Media Sports. You may often hear about football, basketball, and baseball, but one sport that's a constant powerhouse at Sam Houston State is the Bearkat bowling team. Recently, they've rolled their way to the NCAA Regionals Finals. For more, we turn to Bearkat Student Media's Hunter King.
The Sam Houston bowling team may not be the most talked about sport on campus, but that didn't stop them from making a name for themselves this season. Despite a smaller roster than most teams, the Bearkats had a passion for the game that propelled them to the NCAA Regional Final. But the team's journey to the final was not without its challenges. They started slow, but gradually gained momentum, improving their game and pushing themselves to be better.
We continuously gotten better, and we got to the point we wanted to be, and we pushed as far as we could, but I'm really proud of my teammates because we had to go through a lot of ups and downs this year.
Head coach Brad Hagan was equally impressed with the team's performance.
I don't recall ever a team winning and consistently competing at the level we were with 6 people that late in the season.
In the end, the Bearkats fell short of their ultimate goal, but the team remained positive about their accomplishments.
It was a tough ending, but in the meantime, a great ending because we kept ascending. And anytime you get to the end of the year, you want to be healthy. The girls did what we needed to do. We put ourselves in position to win, and we all knew that we were healthy.
The team's success was due in part to their strong culture and team mentality.
This is the best team I've been on. We all have the same mindset. We all want to come in and work, and I've never been on a team like that, and we all want to win. So it's a great culture to be a part of, and we continue to keep that culture up.
The Bearkats' dedication to both their mental and physical game was also a key factor to performing well on the lanes.
The weeks leading up, I was really focused on my mental, like keeping my brain quiet while I'm in competition and trying to not psych myself out, like getting overhyped. And also just working on my physical game, like spares mostly.
Despite falling a bit short at the end, the team seems satisfied with their season.
I feel really honored to be part of this team and playing under Coach Hagan because he's not, he's a coach and he's a great coach, but he actually cares about his players. Overall, I enjoy being around my teammates, and the more I'm around them, the more I enjoy being around them.
While they may not be the most talked about sport on campus, their passion for the game and dedication to each other has made them a force to be reckoned with, not just in Huntsville, but in the entire nation. From the campus of Sam Houston State University, Hunter King, Bearkat Student Media Sports.
The SHSU baseball team took on the Baylor Bears in a back-and-forth brawl Tuesday night at Don Sanders Stadium. The Baylors opened the scoring in the top of the first with a solo home run, but the Bearkats would fight back for the lead in the third. The Bears and the Bearkats then began trading runs back and forth, beginning in the fifth, with Baylor tying the game and SHSU responding with 2 runs of their own to take back the lead. A 2-run sixth inning from the Bears put them in the lead temporarily before Clayton Chadwick drove in a tying run in the bottom of the 6th, and Miles Jefferson did the same in the 7th, leading the Bearkats leading 6-5. The Bears would end up with the last 2 runs of the 8th. The Bearkats moved to 22-16 on the season. The Bearkats softball team played a doubleheader against rivals Stephen F. Austin on Friday. After taking a loss in the first game, Emma Gwendon stepped to the mound for the Bearkats and threw 7 shutout innings to secure the 6-0 win against the Lady Jacks. The Bearkats would help Gwendon out on the offensive side as well, putting up 3 runs in the second inning. Both Emily Telg and Ellie Grill hit RBI singles. 2 more runs came in for them in the Bearkats for the 5th inning, with multiple bunts moving runners into scoring positions, giving Hannah Shaford and Hallie Carter a chance to add an RBI each to extend the lead 5-0. They would win 6-0, earning a split. However, they would lose Saturday. They moved to 16-29 on the season. A lot of excitement on the field in the coming weeks. I'm Taisha Wooten, and that's a wrap on sports.
Thanks, Taisha. Have you ever wondered if you have Army level strength? These Bearkats put themselves to the test at the second annual Bearkat Brawl. The event took place on Saturday, April 15th at Bowers Stadium. SHSU's Military Science Department cadets hosted the event to bring the community together and encourage potential new members to join.
The day consisted of dozens of participants attempting the Army Combat Fitness Test, or a CFT for short. To test their strength and endurance, the test consists of maximum deadlift reps, push-ups, sprints, plank stamina, and long-distance running. And that'll do it for us this week at Bearkat Student Media News. I'm Jessica Maldonado.
And I'm Hunter King. We'll see you back here next week for our final newscast of the semester.